Yeah.
Unexpected
Good
noise.
morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a special treat for you today. We have the whole UnitedHealthcare agent support team here to assist you. This is such a special treat. I always have the luxury of meeting and seeing all these faces, but I feel like our agent partners don't get the opportunity all at the same time. So, welcome everybody here today. And I just want to quickly walk you around the screen. If this is your first time joining a URL webinar, this platform has a chat blue button on the bottom right hand of your screen. Go ahead and click that, and it'll open up a chat. You can either do public or to the presenters or something private. There is an area for question and answer. Please feel free to ask your questions in there, and we will address them as we go. Since there's plenty of people here to address your questions, now is the time to ask. So please take the opportunity. I am going to turn it over to Miriam, and she can introduce everybody that we have on today.
Great. Thank you so much. Now we're going to start with me. My name is Miriam Figueroa. I am the market growth manager for East PA and Delaware. And then we have Julie Sluzar. You'll hear from her in a little bit. She's also a market growth manager. And we have someone new. We're super excited to introduce Nick Flayhart. He is also a market growth manager. Nick, if you just want to say a howdy to everyone.
Yeah, howdy, everybody. I'm very excited to be here with y'all today. I know Miriam and Julie have a great presentation, everything that we got kind of put together for y'all, Claire as well. So very, very excited for y'all to be here. Thank you.
Great, thanks. And then we have Claire with MedSub. She's a director for the MedSub department, and she's going to be talking a little bit later on, and she'll tell you a little bit more about what's going on. So really exciting things going on here today. So we're going to start off with, I'm going to reintroduce the team here. Joe Johnson is our market growth director, and that is me, Miriam Figueroa, but you can see me live right here, so that's even better. And then you have Nick Flayhart and Julie Salazar that you've heard from before. Now, this is the agenda. For those who know me or have done these before with us, you know that I don't go through the agenda. I figured you guys can read it, but there's really some really good stuff here. So we're really excited to get started. So we are very much a respecter of your time. So we're just going to jump right in. And so we're going to start off with the special election period, which is we refer to it as SEP. The special election period is for anyone that has, already Medicare and Medicaid. They have a special event going on in their life, some changes going on in their life. It could be, they're moving, or they're just getting, they've been incarcerated and they're just getting out. And, there's another plan, it's a little bit better and they want to get to that plan. It has to be a 5-star plan, or it's a disaster area. And it has to be declared disaster area by FEMA before we can do anything. So any one of those reasons could be a reason for someone to be able to change their plan. So we're going to jump right into anyone that has like Medicaid, like a dual SNP plan. As you may or may not know, because maybe some of you are new, and if you're new, that's great that you're on here. You can change if you are a Medicaid D-SNP member, okay? If that's your plan, they can change every quarter. They can change the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter, but not the fourth quarter, because the AEP kind of dominates that, okay? So they can change over AEP, but not like they can first and second and third quarter. Now, the other thing is that anyone that's changing like LIS also status, they can also make a change. And I think that's it for here. Now, change of residence. I know I touched upon that a little bit, so let's get a little bit deeper into that. Now, anyone that has a change of residence, now it has to be a permanent change. It cannot be a change, let's say they go to Florida, even if it's just for 4 months, 5 months, and then they're coming back. No, it has to be a permanent change. It's a permanent change, whether it's within the area they're at and, whatever they're moving at, they have now the opportunity for more plans, more opportunity, for other plans, they can also change, or right outside of their area. Let's say they live in New Jersey and they're coming to PA. That's also a time that they can actually change their plans. And for anybody that has been incarcerated, now, with anyone that's been incarcerated, just understand, depending on how long they were incarcerated, if they were incarcerated for an extended period of time, they might have lost that Part B because there's no way for them to pay for that. So once they come out, you might, if you find somebody like that, you might have to help them get into the Part B before you can move forward with them to get them enrolled. Okay. So just understand that anybody who's been incarcerated, you might have to help them a little bit more. Now, anybody that's moving, I'm going to go back to that, is because anybody that's moving, you can actually start working on changing the plans months before they actually make that permanent move. But just understand and make sure your consumer understands that they have to get a new plan after 2 months that they move to their new location. After 2 months, they will be unable to take advantage of the SEP. So that is something that you really need to help people understand, and really you need to understand to make sure that you can service that person correctly. Now, for SEP disaster areas, emergency areas, you can look on FEMA and see what areas are being affected, to make sure that it's an area. If you're speaking to someone and you believe that it is a disaster area, that for sure. But the nice thing with UnitedHealthcare is that if you go into Jarvis, you can actually find out for yourself. First of all, if you're already certified with UnitedHealthcare, you should get monthly emails that let you know where the disaster areas are that have been affected. The other thing is that you can get into Jarvis, and Jarvis has kind of like a ticket that goes across on the top that tells you about the areas that have those disaster areas. So it's just another way to make it easier for you to understand, when that SEP is, what areas you can actually service people, especially for those who kind of sell like across the board, across the nation. And this is super important. Like if for those of you that maybe this is somewhat new, you want to take a picture of this, we're totally fine with that. Just to let you understand, this is the hierarchy of the election period. What that means is we've had agents that come to us and say, hey, Miriam, I have somebody that has an enrollment period, a special enrollment or an enrollment period. They have two. They have this one, it could be an SEP and an MA, or, an IEP, or, well, this is the hierarchy. This is the top one is the one, if they have that one, that's the first one. If it's an MA is over SEP, and so on. So just makes it easier for you to understand that, so that you're making sure that when you're filling out that application for your prospect, that you're filling it out the right way. And I'm going to just jump into Jarvis real quickly. We're going to just go over Medicare product portal. If you get into Jarvis, if you're someone who's been into Jarvis several times, even just one time, you've probably seen these tiles before. And where we want to go to is, for me, it's right there in the middle. It's Medicare product portal. And as I go through this, you'll see why I want to go through it, because this really can be helpful for you when you're helping someone with their SEP. So when you get into the Medicare product portal, one of the first things you're going to see is kind of the map, okay? The map of the United States. There's two ways that if you, let's say, want to get into PA, you can do. As you can see the little arrow there on the side, you can actually click on Pennsylvania and it'll open just Pennsylvania. If you see those little numbers on each part of each state, that's actually telling you how many plans are in each state. So that's really helpful for you. If you go on the top, the other way you can get into the state is just by selecting the state and the market. Let's say you just want to get into PA and you want to get into just the Philadelphia market, you can do it that way as well. Or if you want to use a zip code. So it's just making it a little bit easier for you to just get in there and look for the information that you need to look for. Just make sure that you select the correct year. Most times it'll fall into the correct year, whether it's 2024 and next year 2025. But always make sure that you have the correct year. You don't want to be looking at plans that are in the incorrect year. And then once you open it, you can actually click and pick the plans that you want to look at. Once you pick and those plans, you can go ahead and have them right in front of you. You can actually, I can't do it here because this is PDF, but you can actually, click on one of these. If you want to move them around, you can actually move them around. If you want to have this is the plan that I think is the best, but this one also looks good. So it just to show you that you can actually see the plans on there. But what I really want you to look at is to look up here where it says none on the left-hand side of my screen. You'll see where it says below none, you'll see level 1, level 2, level 3, and that's for LIS. What is nice about this is if you click on one of those levels, what it'll do to the plans, it'll change the cost of those plans throughout the whole plan, not just the top of the plan, but throughout. If the one plan has a premium, that premium can turn into $8 to $0. Okay. So just to let you know, you can easily find that information out for yourself. Another reason why I'm showing that is because we get a lot of calls about that. You can go in there and do it yourself. So it just makes it a lot more easier for you to do. The one thing I do want to show you too is up on the top, almost in the center, you'll see local support. If you click in there, let's say you work in New Jersey, also you sell in New Jersey, or you sell in Florida, you can actually click up there and find, according to what area you're looking for, just go ahead and put in Florida or New Jersey, that information of whoever is the market growth manager for that particular area will actually appear for you. So you don't even have to call us for that. You can even find it there. So just a little something for you guys to make it easier for you, and just make this process a little bit easier for you. And next, we are going to pass the baton on to Julie. Julie, it is all yours.
Thank you. So next, we're going to talk a little bit about that member focus. We, at UnitedHealthcare have really, wanted to focus a little more on making the plan information right at our members' fingertips and allowing them to really get the full benefit of their plans, and be able to really, know right offhand what they're receiving. So I'm sure maybe a lot of you have talked about or heard about this, our new UHC app. Across the world, it is number one for this type of app. We've got a lot of great feedback with it, and we're really excited about it. Typically, I talk a little bit about a little story, but what I'm going to do is just explain it a little bit different this time. Say you're with a member or a prospective member and you've sat there for about an hour and a half and you've talked to them about all types of information. You notice they have a smartphone. So you ask them, hey, do you receive your email? Most times, nowadays they receive their emails on their smartphones now. So you're going to talk about downloading this app right on their phone. One of the really cool things about this is when they do this, I don't think my screen is moving forward. I think my screen is locked. Okay, there we go. So you're going to help them download this app onto their phone. And let's kind of talk about why it's so important for this. As you see on this screen, it's going to give them all kinds of information about what you have just talked to them about. You've gone through so many different plans. You've figured out what might be best for them. And now you're going to enroll them into a plan. So by downloading this app, as you can see right there on that left-hand side, they're going to see right offhand where that process is. It's going to see that it's under review. Not only that, But within that app, they're going to see all of the plan informations, all of the benefits that you have gone over. And they're going to see it in black and white and say, you know what, this agent has sat there and talked to me about all this. And now I know that they have submitted this plan. It's the one they've talked about. And now I can see it in black and white, exactly what I'm going to be receiving once it's been approved. So there's a little toggle inside of that app also that allows for them to receive push notifications. And why that push notification is important is, I don't know about you guys, but, I have tons of apps on my phone. I don't always get into them. But by receiving that push notification, a few days later, they're going to see that their application has been approved. And that will be a reminder for them to go into their app and really take a look at what process it is. It's going to show them that their application has been approved. Again, they're going to be able to see from that very beginning what their benefits are, all of the ins and outs of it, what they have to use. It's going to talk about rewards. It's going to talk about OTC benefits, where they can find a doctor. Everything they can imagine, they're going to be able to see that in that app. One of the really cool features also, I just had an agent ask me this not 2 weeks ago. Their member hadn't received their card, and it had been a little while, and they were a little concerned. If they download this app, their U card is right inside of this app. I don't know if you guys go to Sam's Club or Target or anything, where you can have that little card on your phone. Same thing. How many times do you go somewhere and you go, okay, I forgot my wallet, or I forgot my card, or I misplaced my card. They will always have their U card right there in their app to use. They can use it for all of their benefits, all of their doctor's appointments, everything they can imagine. So again, it's really, talking about the member focus, but it's also helping you as an agent, kind of taking that off the table, that extra care that you might have to, take a few minutes to do in the beginning is really going to help in the long run, because they're going to be able to have those answers right at their fingertips. Again, for, if they lose their card or they have a question about their plan benefits, it is right there at their fingertips. So a few days later, they're still going to receive everything in the mail. They're going to receive their hard copy of their U card, and all of the ins and outs about their benefits. That is not going to change. They will still have it. But again, they're going to have that information. It really does put them at ease, to know, hey, you know what? I already know my plan's approved. I don't have to wait those extra days to receive anything in the mail. But again, they're still going to receive it. One of the things that, they're also, I know I touched on a little bit, that they're going to see in that app is their rewards. From the moment they download the app, they are going to have the ability to earn rewards. How many times, does your insurance carrier allow you to actually get money back and really earn money? So just by downloading the app, they receive $5. Now, they can't use those rewards until their application has been approved. But again, they are earning money right off the bat. They're earning those rewards right off the bat to be used for all types of things. So we do have a marketing piece on the toolkit that explains all of the rewards that they can earn back. Get in there. I don't know how familiar you guys are with that toolkit, but get in there. You can download this. You can have it for yourself, also have it for the member, and really give them an overview of what rewards they can earn from day one. So I know I touched a little bit on the U card, but there's an aspect of that U card and that app that is really special. And I really wish we could have done the video. It was a little more difficult with the video, but it really is really cool. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. So also included in that app is a scanner. Now, how many times have you yourself gone through the store and gone, I wonder how much this is? Oh, I don't know what the cost of this is. The scanner inside this app helps our members figure out, before they go up to the register, what is covered by OTC, what is covered by a reward benefit, all of that. They can scan that, they open it up, the scanner, and it just scans over that little QR, not the QR, the scanner code, the barcode in the back of their items, and it tells them, hey, this is an OTC item, or this isn't an OTC item. You can use your rewards for this. Really takes the guesswork out of it, takes the worry out of it before they go up to the register. I always do say that it's best if they go to a register where they have an actual person, not a self-checkout, just for the first couple of times, just to make sure that everything's flowing and they understand it, and they kind of get a little more comfortable with it to know that it's working. But it really is a great feature to kind of put their mind at ease. So one of the other things that we focused on this year was our transportation benefit. We really revamped it, made it a lot easier. We now have a transportation navigator that you call the number on the back of the card in order for our members to arrange a ride. They can call anywhere from 2 weeks or to 3 days before their appointment. They can schedule it for a ride there. They can schedule it for a ride back, or they can wait and have that ride home be a will call, where they call in and can arrange that ride back. Now, one of the really cool things about this is not only are those transportation navigators helpful with scheduling the transportation, but they can also answer anything about their plan. So it really is a great touch point for our members to have that really extra care in if they have other questions, they can follow up with that when they're scheduling their ride. They can take someone with them for that ride, 18 and older, and again, they can schedule it up to 2 weeks in advance. So one of the things that is unique to UnitedHealthcare this year is the UnitedHealthcare at Home. And we are one of the only carriers that have this. So just kind of a quick overview. We are going to do a deeper dive training next week. You'll get invites for that. But we're just going to touch on it a little bit. This is an integrated program that is run or overseen by Optum, one of our affiliates. And really what it is a whole team approach to helping our members. It does not take away their primary care physician, nothing like that. That primary care physician is working with that navigator. Now, there's a couple of ways that our members can use this benefit or get involved with this benefit. It is for our D-SNP members. This is just for our D-SNP members. So one of the things, I know you guys are familiar with that health assessment, and this is one of the reasons it's so important. Just one of the reasons, many reasons it's important, but this is just one of them. When you do those health assessments with those members, it might flag a item that really calls attention to something that member really needs extra care for. And that navigator could reach out to that member and say, hey, listen, we did that. You did that health assessment. And there might be an issue. Hey, let's talk about this and see what kind of extra care we can get for you. And they will work with their primary care physician along with all other types of people in the community to really help get them the care that they need. They also can call the number on the card Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, in order to get some type of help if they want to reach out to their navigator somewhere down the road. Maybe nothing on the health assessment raised any flags, but somewhere down the road, there might have been something that has come up that they really want some care. There are some, again, marketing materials inside the toolkit to take a look at that will explain the ins and outs of it, give some highlights on it, and just for you guys and for our members to take a look at and really, kind of read through. But again, we are going to have that training next week, so I hope you guys can join us for that as well. And with that, I am going to hand it off to Claire Hughes to talk to you about some MedSup highlights.
Thanks, Julie. Good morning, everybody, and thanks for the time this morning on your webinar. I'm just happy to talk to you a little bit about some of the highlights, some of the new things that we released around the Medicare supplement product, and just wanted to share those with you. So on the next slide, just it's a quick intro, but with our photos here. Julie, are you advancing or am I?
You are, Claire. You can do it
I'm
yourself.
sorry. Okay.
No problem.
All right. So I guess I should talk and tap at the same time. That's me on the left, as you can see me on the screen live, but I wanted to introduce just another individual that you may work with along the way, Karen Goodmote. She is one of our senior account managers, and Karen works alongside myself and other members of the sales team to help support all the things that you need around MedSup, whether it's supporting us on a webinar, following up on some of those escalations, maybe you bubble them up through your upline or through the producer help desk. Karen really works diligently behind the scenes to support all the agent initiatives and activities that we do. Just wanted to talk a little bit about some differentiators. What makes UHC AARP Medicare Supplement Plan stand out in the market? If you've attended trainings in the past, you're probably familiar with some of these key elements. The first is the brand. We are the only provider that has the AARP brand on its products. And that's for the portfolio of UnitedHealthcare products, but that history really is longstanding on the Medicare supplement business. That brand provides that extra layer of confidence, trust, you name it, that AARP has chosen to put its brand on one particular product in an industry. So a clear differentiator for UnitedHealthcare. When we think about our stability, the plans are insured by UnitedHealthcare, a name that pretty much most consumers do know. We are the nation's leader when it comes to Medicare products. Our experience, our longevity, the trust, the quality we put into our products goes a long way in protecting the consumers that we serve. From a MedSup perspective, persistency is something that we're quite proud of. On average, our members stay with us for 10 or more years. And when you think about persistency, that's a pretty long time. You're not rewriting your client each year into the plan again or to another plan. When you enroll them in a MedSup plan, they're going to stay with us for a long time. That adds a lot of value to you as an agent, knowing that your book is going to be stable with those members staying on the books a lot longer. And when we see that persistency, it's driven a lot by the satisfaction, knowing that we are going to care for the clients that you've given us the opportunity to support. For that long term, 95% tell us that they're highly satisfied with their plan, and that drives referrals. Friends, family members, you name it, when they talk positively about the insurance plan that they have. We do offer a wide variety of plans for consumers because we know not one size fits all. So when a consumer is choosing a Medicare supplement plan, we've got plenty of choices to offer them. And then the renewal. When we talk about the renewability, first of all, MedSup plans are guaranteed renewable. So as long as the consumer continues to pay their premium, they can remain in the plan. They will not be singled out because they've had some claims. They will not be kicked out of the plan, things like that. As long as they continue to pay that premium, their plans are renewable up through for a lifetime. And in fact, we do have a number of consumers who stay with us for their lifetime. Just a couple quick highlights here on, oops, hang on a second, it's not advancing. There we go. When we look at the market share, this is one of my favorite topics to talk about. As you see in that large navy blue piece of the pie on the chart here, that represents the AARP Medicare Supplement Plan market share, over 31%. So almost 1/3 of the Medicare Supplement insured members in the nation have an AARP Medicare Supplement plan. That's a tremendous talking point when engaging with your clients in terms of which choice they would like to make for their Medicare Supplement coverage. In fact, if you add up those next 4 slices of the pie, the next 4 leading carriers, their total combined does not equal the market share of UnitedHealthcare. So think about that strength, that stability, the quality that all stands behind that number. Oops. Well, arrow's not grabbing. There we go. When we think about our overview, just a quick snapshot at Pennsylvania, and I'm happy to talk about other states if needed. But when I think about Pennsylvania, we have over 1/3 of the market share. So we're actually trending higher than our national average here in Pennsylvania. Over almost 230 insured members, 230,000 insured members. And we look at that opportunity with all the baby boomers turning 65. In addition, when we look at the AARP MedSup population, over 1 million AARP members in the state of Pennsylvania are 65 and older. That's a tremendous connection to the brand. They already have that affinity to AARP. You have the opportunity to offer them the UnitedHealthcare portfolio of products that carry the AARP brand. What a great door opener. MedSup plans can be sold year-round. So for somebody maybe looking to change out of an existing MedSup plan, this could be a great opportunity to keep that business and activity going all year long. Now, remember, if they are in one of the federal products, there are some important details to be mindful of, as Miriam went through. There's election periods that must come into play if they have a federal product, but MedSup to MedSup can happen all year round. In Pennsylvania, we do have two sets of plans offered. We have what we call our UHIC and our UHICA. Our UHIC plans, those are what I like to refer to as our legacy plans, the plans that we've had in market for many, many years. They're the plans that include those wellness extras, most notably the Renew Active gym membership. But we recently, about 3 years ago, introduced a newer set of plans. We did not close out the existing plans. Instead, we added more options with new plans filed under a different entity. We refer to that affectionately as UHICA, and that is UnitedHealthcare Insurance Company of America. With two sets of plans in market, we do need separate entities because the filing processes and so forth are different. Last fall, just before AEP, we were proud to launch a dental vision hearing product. Another option for you to engage with your clients and offer another commissionable type of product to your MedSup plan holders. And of course, our pricing, we strive to be competitive, maybe not the cheapest, but competitive in the market, knowing the value that we can provide with the products that we deliver. So real quick on the UHIC, just a quick reminder, the wellness extras that we offer in Pennsylvania, we do offer all of the wellness extras that are available. That includes the gym membership through Renew Active, a great value for consumers who can take advantage of using not just one gym, but multiple gyms if they prefer. Our wellness extras also include AARP Staying Sharp, the brain health program, our nurse line, the AARP Smart Driver course that they can take at no cost, as well as hearing, dental, and vision discounts. Now, these are just discounts as part of the services offered. It is different than that new dental vision hearing product that we launched. So for consumers looking for that gym membership or these additional extras, they may favor the UHIC plans that we have available in many states. But our UHICA offerings were designed, a newer set of plans, to provide some additional features that we did not have currently under our existing UHIC plans. We've introduced a household discount, so not just our multi-insured, but a household discount where a consumer there was only one consumer in a household who's insured in a plan. If there's another AARP member in that household, they can receive some savings on their premium. We also offer deeper discounts on our early enrollment discount, our EFT, and our multi-insured savings. So it's a plan that offers more savings for those consumers who maybe don't have a need for things like our Renew Active gym membership. It's all about the choice. Having both of these options available to consumers gives them more to choose from so they can find the plan that works best for them. There we go. Some new opportunities. Oops, I just clicked too many times. Let me go back real quick here. Just some highlights for the dental vision hearing plans, and I do standalone webinars to go through the benefits of the DVH plans in more detail. First of all, it's UHC branded. So for a consumer just enrolling in the DVH plan, AARP membership is not required. But we did build this plan or introduce this plan to complement the AARP Medicare supplement plans. So for that plan, they do need the membership. But just wanted to highlight it. It's UHC branded. It is a bundled product. And in Pennsylvania, it includes dental, vision, and hearing plans. If any of you sell on the western border of the state, maybe you cover into Ohio, just be aware that the hearing benefit is not offered in the state of Ohio. One of the nice things about this offering is that it's sold exclusively through agents. This is not something a consumer can call member services or customer service and enroll through telesales. It must be enrolled through an agent just like you. The enrollment process is directly through Lean, making it more convenient for you to do a complete digital experience for that. And they offer coverage in most of the plans without any waiting period. And as I look at, I'm just going to kind of show you a quick glimpse of the benefits. From a dental perspective, we do offer 4 choices of dental coverage. So the consumer can choose a level that makes sense for them. No waiting period for our 500, 1,000, or 2,000 plans. The DVH 3,000, which equates to the $3,000 dental benefit, does have a waiting period for the implant benefit only. Okay. We do have these resources available to you on Jarvis when you go out to the Knowledge Center section. Just select the portfolio overview and the DVH link, and it will take you to resources that have these charts and more. From the vision perspective, again, it offers benefits for eye exams as well as eye care. So consumers can choose to apply that eye care to their lenses and frames, or to contact lenses. Again, it has in-network and non-network options. Clearly, the value for a consumer would be to stay in the network options because, as you can see just at a glance here, the coverage is more robust. And then the hearing benefit is in-network only, but it offers the consumer an opportunity to have access to a hearing exam as well as savings toward hearing aids as well. But it is a purely in-network option only. Again, I do have a webinar. I think the next one coming up is tomorrow, actually. If you would like to learn more, I do have a screen at the end that lists all my trainings. I invite you to come learn more about that. And just to highlight some recent updates, I know we share a lot of information out there. We are in our annual rate change period. In fact, our rate changes go into effect on June 1. So just around the corner. Any plans that you'll be writing at this time will be for June 1 or later plan effective date. We did provide an email with the updates, but if you missed it or maybe accidentally deleted the email, you can always find this information out on Jarvis as well. We do post a copy of the communication under the Med subsection that you can find out on Knowledge Center under Portfolio Overview. Just choose Medicare Supplement and scroll down to the Rates and Underwriting section. And when you input the state, you can find the information about the rate update. Now, just a little bit about the rate update. We talk a lot about affordability, and our goal is to provide competitive pricing to attract new business, but keep our rates affordable for the 4.3 million members we have the privilege to serve. This year, we did see an unprecedented increase, something we don't typically see in our rate structure, mostly driven by utilization. We saw significantly higher utilization of the benefits and services last year, which goes into funding the coverage for the coming year. And that's really the reason behind some of that surge. Whether it's a trend or not remains to be seen. We certainly hope not. But if you do get questions from your clients about the rate increases this year, again, the driver is really utilization. One new thing this year, when it comes to the billing information, we actually provide a copy of the book of business, of the billing information in your book of business. So when you go out to a client's account, go into their member profile, there is a section there about member letters. We actually provide a copy of that billing letter. So if your client calls you or you're just curious about what their premium might be looking like, you can now access that letter. It's a new feature that we've built in to the book of business functionality, and it does time into the new release of our rates. So you do have that at your fingertips as well. Pretty exciting to share that transparency with you. Our new materials are available. So the enrollment materials, if you use the enrollment kits, those are available on the materials ordering site. You can download an electronic copy. You can order printed copies. And don't forget to order handbooks. Handbooks are a great guide and answer many of the questions that you may have along the way. If you have old copies of the enrollment kits, be sure to destroy them quickly so that you don't inadvertently take an old version and use that information to provide rate quotes to your clients. And talking all about this billing stuff, we do have an enhancement for our members as well. We've recently updated our system when it comes to member billing, and we're providing a new process, new statements, things like that for our members, starting with the June 1 billing cycle. We moved to what we're calling personalized billing. I tend to refer to it as individual billing. Each individual, even if there's 2 members in a household insured in a Med Sub plan, will receive their own statement. What's nice about that is we've broken out that total. So now they can see actually what they're paying, what discounts apply to their individual account rather than being combined for that household level. One of the nice things about it for our UHIC members, because it's now individual, they're each going to get the EFT draft savings or the annual payer savings. Remember, that was combined because we did one household bill, one EFT draft. It was just $2 per household on the EFT or $24 if they paid it all at once in the month of the new billing cycle. Now that because it's individualized billing, they can each get that savings. So a little bit of a perk for our members. Nothing different on UHICA because we already were doing individual EFT savings. But if it's an annual payer on UHICA, they too would get the full $24 each. I think what members are going to find is a much easier to read statement. It's going to provide more detail. It's got a nice clean layout, and that information, will be more easier for them to read. Oops, these arrows don't want to go. Oops. Go back real quick. And a couple other enhancements that we've made around Jarvis as well. When you have a pending application, we've enhanced our agent servicing opportunities to make it all digital if you prefer. There are a number of transactions that you can enter right into Jarvis now with like maybe they didn't have their AARP membership number handy when you mail the application, and you can update it right there in Jarvis. If we need missing documents, maybe they didn't have their guaranteed issue documents when you took the application, you need to send those in. Those could be uploaded directly into Jarvis. And then what if there's a change that requires a signature? We can now do that digitally, similar to the enrollment process that we use for the remote enrollment. These are all new options for you. You can find that when you go into application status, under servicing requests, and be able to conduct these transactions all in a digital environment without having to trace down a signature from your client. As long as they have email, we can do everything digitally, trying to make your experience more hassle-free. And similarly, on the book of business, we've done some digital work as well. Oops, gosh, I'm clicking the arrows too hard here. Maybe your client calls you and asks you to make some updates to their account. Same thing, you can do certain things through the service request functionality. You can input information directly into Jarvis. If they want to do things like a plan change, you can do that by completing the form. They would need to sign it, but you can upload that. They can sign it electronically, return it, and get it submitted all within a matter of minutes. So these technology advances are really designed to keep that experience a hassle-free one, but also being respectful and intuitive, for your benefit so that you can have more conveniences. There's a lot going on with MedSup, and we try to keep you guys updated as best as possible. Each month, I host a series of webinars, and I try to change it up each month to cover all the different topics that agents are looking for. For the remainder of May, these are the sessions coming up. As you see, the DVH training is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Later this month, I'm doing what I call a product deep dive, going deep into the product, covering some of the product features, rating and underwriting and eligibility, marketing support, things like that. The Pennsylvania Delaware one is on May 28th. I can't even read that. And I have my ongoing chat sessions. I do host two chat sessions a month, the first Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern and the third Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. These are open sessions where agents can bring their questions. We really don't prepare an agenda. It's really an open forum. So as you engage in the Medicare supplement plans, if you have questions along the way, chat sessions are a great opportunity to jump in, ask your questions, hear what other agents are asking. Some agents come on, ask their question, and jump right off. Others like to come in and don't ask a question. They want to hear what everybody else is saying. I do have some features coming up in June. The schedules are my schedule's finalized, but they're getting ready to communicate it out with some specialty webinars, including an enrollment process walkthrough. So keep an eye out for that communication. But I did put a QR code there. If you want to take a screenshot of it, you're welcome to do so. That'll give you the link to the landing page where you can register for any of my upcoming trainings. And that takes me to the end, Julie. Back to you guys with any comments or oops.
Thanks so much, Claire. Yeah, we just really appreciate everyone jumping on today. We've put our emails up there for the team. Feel free, please, to reach out anytime. Again, with any questions or concerns, if we always like to say, if you reach one of us, you've reached all of us. So we, again, appreciate that you have taken the time to sit with us. Thanks so much.